Hey guys, Connor here. So I want to go over kind of a recap of a trade I took today, and kind of give you guys the thought process that I think is going to help a lot of you in determining potential in a stock to buy. So what I really want to start off with is going from a longer time frame in a charting period. A longer time frame. Maybe we'll start with specifically, I'm going to start with a 3-year, 1-week chart. From there, I'm going to move down into a 180-day chart. And then from there, I'm going to kind of go into the 20-day, 5-day, and then all the way into a 1-day, 1-minute chart for intraday play. And what I really want you guys to grasp from this is the big picture. What it comes down to is getting the big picture before playing stocks. You want to get a feel for how they're moving, a feel for the volume, and a feel of the direction. And you're really going to understand that and pick that up from getting the big picture, which ideally is going to mean you have to go back into longer time frames for picking stocks. That way you can sometimes identify your support, you can identify resistance, and you're just going to have an overall better understanding of what you're buying before you buy it, right? You don't want to go buy something without knowing exactly what you're getting, right? So that's the concept of the whole big picture. So now I'm going to start sharing my screen, and we're going to go over the play I took today. And currently I'm holding in on a long position overnight because it's so far shown very strong uptrend, and I feel that it's going to continue that way, and that's why I'm going to hold this one overnight and possibly the next few days. So I hope you guys like the video. Guys, so here it is, the trade I'm currently in on. The ticker symbol is HUSA, and as you can see today, it has made significant moves. It opened right around the 70-cent range, and now it's peaked out at a high of $1.05. It is currently seeing intraday support right at the 90-cent mark and bouncing around. And now I'm going to currently hold this one overnight and possibly throughout tomorrow. Just depends on how it starts to play out tomorrow morning. But I'm currently sitting up around 20% on the stock. So that is a very, very phenomenal game. I really, can't expect any more than that. That is fantastic. So now we're going to go back into a later time frame, or a longer time frame, should I say. And this is going to help you guys get the big picture. Okay, I personally analyzed this stock. I took a look at the stock a long time ago, maybe about a month ago, and I drew this big yellow line here, okay? And if you notice, I have a note up here so that, if I ever stumble back across it or when I come back to it, I can notice that I put a note for myself to say buy if it breaks through the price level of this yellow bar. So what this price level is it's its high. So when this price 3 years ago hit a high of about 53 cents, it started downtrending. And it's taken a long time to get back up. But when I noticed that it was finally reaching its 3-year high, I said to myself that this is the time to buy. I want to get in on this stock. So I purchased a few shares on this stock once it had broken through its 53-cent resistance. And I did think that it was going to come back down, so I sold off. But I recently bought back in today for the big move up. And I'm very happy that I did because I'm sitting up 20%. And as you can see, I have this yellow line nicely drawn out. It's touching its previous 3-year high. Then you can notice that the price of the stock drops down and really consolidates sideways for quite some time, for like the past 2 years. And just recently, within the past month, few weeks, it's been slowly trickling and making moves back up to its 3-year high. And sure enough, the stock did break through its 3-year high. And since then, it's gone up 50 cents. It's practically doubled itself. So that is phenomenal. Right now is on a very strong uptrend. And as you can see, the volume has increased significantly over the past couple days. We're looking, for the past probably week, we're looking at about 12 million shares. Maybe the past 2 weeks, we're looking at about 12 million shares. So there's a big increase in volume that backs and supports my idea of breaking through its 3-year week resistance, a 3-year week high. Now I want to move into a 180-day chart for you guys, which is going to give you a little bit more of a clearer picture, right? So you see that this thing is starting to make moves back up to its 3-year high, and I purchased in right here, and then the next day or later on to that day I sold off into the 60-cent range. I thought for whatever reason it was going to come back down. It didn't, but I kept a close eye on it, and I ended up buying in today right at 69 cents. Actually, I averaged into about 68 cents and rode it all the way up, and I'm still in. And I'm going to hold this one overnight because I do see it having potential to maybe break through the $1 mark and continue upwards. So that's the big picture. You want to start off in a long time frame, get a good feel for stocks and what they're doing, because this is going to help you catch big moves like this. With enough shares, if you're buying in, you could be looking at a few $1,000, a couple $1,000 profit. So that's what you want to look for in the long time frame. Stocks that are about to break through new highs, they're breaking through previous resistance points. And sure enough, after enough of these videos, you guys will start to pick up on the concept behind these breakouts and these meeting new highs. So there's a lot that goes into it, and I'm going to try and make them as simple as possible for you guys. But that's basically it. Pretty simple. This stock started trickling back up to its 3-year high, broke through its 3-year high, and you've seen it double itself from 53 cents to $1.05, a little more than double itself. And now I want to go into a 1 day. I'll go down to a 1 day, 1 minute chart for you guys. Or no, I'll start it off in a 5 day, 5 minute chart. And as you can see, this is where it broke through its 3-year high. Okay. We started to get a little bit of volume here, but there really wasn't any strong volume. I had this thing on watch since it broke through, and there was still very little volume, and it picked up increasingly today. As you can see, the volume down here has increased significantly. So this thing has been on a strong uptrend for the past few days, and that's exactly why I got in on it today after it started to make some moves showing signs of a bullish trend upwards. Okay, so there's the 5-day picture that shows you a strong uptrend on the stock. And what I mean by strong uptrend is the fact that all throughout the day it'll come up and it just kind of bounces around and consolidates sideways and continues upwards. It's having a strong time going through, and the red line I have on here is the volume weighted average price. And as you notice, the stock keeps bouncing around that line and coming up, so that it's having a strong uptrend. And we'll get into more videos about volume weighted average price. Now if we're going to go into a 1 day, 1 minute chart, you can see that this is the intraday play for today. It opened up at about 70 cents, and it soared all the way to $1.05, and it was trading very high above its volume weighted average price. Kind of can't drop down. We got a new high. Then it sold off. And what you're looking for here is to see if it's going to break through the red line, which is the volume weighted average price, or the VWAP, and now it's signaling that it's in a downtrend, and your volume weighted price now becomes resistance. When the price is trading above the VWAP, it's considered a support level. When it breaks through and it's now below the VWAP, it's considered a resistance level. It breaks up above, now it's support. It breaks back below, becomes resistance. And as you can see, it pops up, comes close to VWAP, trickles back down, we come back up, test the waters again, we break through, it is now a support level. We come back down and break it again, it's now resistance, we're back over, it's support. And so this thing is trading right alongside with the VWAP, which is a good sign. Essentially what that means is it's just consolidating sideways, and it's really holding that volume weighted average price. When stocks are bouncing all around and all over the place, they're really hard to judge. But as of right now, this thing is just trading sideways, consolidating, which I'm okay with, and I'm happy seeing that. And especially because it's 12 o'clock right now into the trading day. So you're going to see a lot less volume. People are taking off to lunch. So there's a lot less volume and a lot less shares being traded as of right now. So my entry point today was at 68 cents, and I rode this baby all the way up, and we're sitting right now at about 95 cents a share. So this is a really good play, and I'm going to continue to hold this into tomorrow, and I'm hoping for obviously an increase in price, and I might sell off right in the morning and just take my profits and run. So I might start off tomorrow with a stop loss. Just enter a stop loss, so if the stock opens up and breaks below my stop loss, I'll be out, and if it continues to go upward, I'll cancel my stop loss and I'll let it ride. So that's the trade I took today. I just want to give you guys a simple concept of going from a further time frame to your intraday play and see how you can notice trends starting to happen. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, post. I'm always happy to help and share my knowledge with you guys. And please understand that I'm not the 100% best trader on the planet, but I do have a very good understanding of what I am doing, and I think that I can help a lot of you out who are just starting out. And so please, if you guys have any questions, feel free and ask. And also, join the TechBud Solutions group on Facebook. It is a very, very great group for promoting best practices and, always helping improve other traders and sharing our knowledge and our expertise and everything that we learn. I hope you guys have a good day and happy trading.